Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. Today we're going to use some of the new parts to the Christina collection, and we've just added some embossing folders and some stamps and some dies that will create different shapes for you. Now this card is not going to be very deep because we're going to make it for the men in your life, so we'll just use the card making elements and the stitched mat. The two embossing folders that I've got are the basket weave and the happy birthday, and we'll use the sentiments from the masculine editions, and we're going to wish happy birthday Dad and add it to the card. Now the colours that I'm going to use are blue and white, and from the card making part to the die set I'm going to make my base in white. Now I want my fold at the top so that it will stand in tenfold. So I'm going to fold this card in half and then use the three-sided die to create my base. So on my folded card I'm taking the non-cutting edge and I'm placing it over the open ends, and I'm going to run that through the machine. So once I have my two pieces cut, I'm going to score them, one of them by about 1/2 inch, and along that fold I'm just going to add some glue. Now all I need to do is cut the two pieces together and make sure that that top edge sticks, and that will give me a card then that will stand in tenfold. Now with the same white card and the stitched edge, I'm going to cut myself another mat that will sit on the front of this card. Now between the layers on my base and my stitched mat I want some blue card. So I'm taking the card that I want and I'm placing it onto my base card, and I'm leaving just a small border around two sides. Now if I come in just a little bit from the edge and make a mark, and again at the bottom do the same, I can now cut that and that will give me my layer. Now to cut it I'm using a paper trimmer, and I'm making sure that that card is level along this edge, and I'm putting the mark onto the edge of the cutting piece and I'm going to cut, and then I'm turning it round and keeping sure that that is straight and that my mark is again on the cutting edge, and that will give me my layer to sit along there. Now my white mat will sit on top of that, and that will also leave just a small border around the edge. Now from the other piece of blue card I'm taking the third die down, so we've got a scalloped edge, a stitched edge, and the next one down is a plain edge, but fitted into that I'm going to take the cross stitch edge and I'm going to cut myself a little banner with those two dies. So once I've done that I have this mat that will sit on the front of my card. Now from the next one down, which is the smallest of the scalloped edges, I'm going to cut that in white, but before I do I'm going to stamp the card. So I need to make sure that I have a piece of white card that will fit my die, and I'm going to use the mini Misti to do my stamping. From the stamp set I'm taking Happy Birthday Dad, and again I'm just going to place the die along there so that I can position my stamps. So I'm going to put them in there at an angle. Now once I've done that I can pick them up and I can remove the die. With my ink I'm going to ink that up, and because it's in a stamp positioner, if it doesn't stamp correctly the first time I can always re-stamp it. So we'll have that a lot darker than it is. Now you can stamp this as much as you want, as long as you don't move the stamp and you don't move the paper. That will still stamp in the same place. And then once you're happy with it, you can go ahead and reposition your die and cut that out. So now that we've done the die cutting, let's do some embossing. So we're going to use two of the folders. I've got the basket weave and the happy birthday. Now the smaller of the banners is going to go into the basket weave one. And we're going to just take that through the machine. Now for this one, this happy birthday one, we're going to take the white mat and we're going to do some letterpress. Now with letterpress you need to ink up your folder. Some folders you can use either way around and the pattern will be the same. But this is a script one, so if you use it by inking up this side, your words will be the wrong way around. So you need to ink up the side that you can see the writing on. Now I'm using Blueprint Sketch and I'm just going to take this over the folder. And if you add your paper to the other side and close the folder. Now you will need to read your own machine's instructions for the correct sandwich to emboss with embossing folders. So once this has been embossed, we have a basket weave pattern on the little banner, and on this one we have letterpressed happy birthday on the card. Don't forget to clean off your folder before you put that away. So with all these layers ready, let's put this card together. There you have a really quick and easy card ready to send to your dad for his birthday. The items that I've used are part of the Christina collection that's available with CraftStash. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.